Ray, recently we've learned about some really, really high dollar, ultra luxury EVs that are coming to market, but I don't see how this is going to benefit the American consumer at all. Let me go over them real quick. The Cadillac Celestiq, the new standard of the world, they're bringing the slogan back, is going to start around, I don't know, $300,000. That's like a house and a half in my neck of the woods.
Wow.
Faraday Future is bringing a very luxury EV. It's beautiful, the Faraday Future, to market for about 180 grand. Lightyear 1. I've had so many people ask me, what about EVs with solar panels on the roof? I'm like, yeah, that exists if you've got $265,000 for the Lightyear 1. Not to mention the Rivian R1S, the Hummer EV, Lucid Air. They all generally go for over $100,000 with options included. What's going on, Ray? Because we're not seeing enough affordable EVs brought to market in 2022. They say they're coming, but there's a difference between saying it and actually bringing it to market. Would you agree?
I would agree, and apparently everybody wants to build their statement car first, and say, "See what we can do." Nobody can afford it, but see what we can do. And I guess to a certain degree, there's value in that. But until they can figure out how to mass produce cars that the vast majority of people can afford, as opposed to just a handful of the elites in the world, they're just making a statement that really doesn't play well to the rest of most consumers out there, at least in my mind.
Yeah, what's ironic to me is that what they're clearly doing is they're following Tesla's game plan, which was successful. I mean, Tesla almost failed a few times, but Tesla's plan all along in their master plan was to start with high margin, high dollar cars and then use I don't know if you could even call it profits at that point, but then use the money they made off of those early vehicles, such as the original Roadster, the early Model S, to then fund the engineering development and market launch of more affordable mass market cars. Here we have the Model 3 and the Model Y that they're not affordable anymore, but you know what I mean. They cost less than half the price of their Tesla's premium vehicles. That's what these automakers are planning to do, but I'm just not sure it's going to work as well this time around with the uneven economic trajectory we seem to be on. They call it a K-shaped recovery, where some people are doing somehow even better after the pandemic, but most of America is doing much worse. I don't quite know if ultra luxury EVs are going to be the solution that we're looking for to bring EV adoption higher in America. I mean, right now we're at 5.5% EV market share. Are we ever going to get to 30%? Not if EVs are costing $54,000 on average, as they currently are, and that factor is including the Chevy Bolt at $30,000, Nissan Leaf, which is out the door at like $30,000. That EV is going to be discontinued. The Chevy Bolt, nobody really wants to buy it. I don't even know if there's going to be a path to success if EVs are on average costing $10,000 more than combustion vehicles.
Want to know who the good dealer is in your neighborhood? Go to joinyaa.com and check out our crowdsourced dealer reviews. All of our community members coming together to help one another. I've always been concerned by the price point of EVs, because the price point for most people is out of reach. And it just seems to me that if somebody can figure out how to build an affordable, decent EV, that they could take over the market. There'll always be those people out there that want to have the Tesla or the luxury brand. I get that, but the vast majority don't. And if we really want EV adoption to take off, you have to produce the vehicles that the vast majority can afford to buy, and then ultimately you can start adding to those type of vehicles and make them a little more expensive as time moves on. But you can't take a Faraday that's $180,000 and suddenly next year they're going to be $150,000. No, next year they'll be $200,000. So those are great statement cars that everybody's coming out with, but that's all they are statement cars.
Oh, such wisdom, Ray. And maybe GM, Ford, and the others will come and save the day. Maybe Stellantis of all, who has 0 EVs on the U.S. market right now, they'll come save the day. We'll see. But thank you so much, Ray. We'll bring everyone an update as we see what 2023 arrivals become announced.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see who it's going to be that commandeers most of the market share.
We'll see.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, Justin.